Hey everyone, and welcome to Brick Talk TV Live on this Sunday afternoon. Welcome to part 2 or the second stream in our series around the Jazz Club. If you joined us last week, you would have seen us finish the ground level. So bags 1 to 5, or sets bags 1 to 5 here. We had 3 minifigures where we've got 2 band members, 1 double bassist and a drummer, and also the chef for the pizzeria. So that's what we managed to do last time. Inside, let me just go to the wide camera to give you a better look. Inside here you can see the full sort of pizza oven and the kitchen going there, and we've got a stage set there with a band and a couple of table and chairs down there for patrons to get inside. And then we've also got the nice sort of angled front door there as well, all with prints and no stickers so far. So today we're going to pick up from bag 6. There's 15 sets of bags in the set. I'm going to try and get through all of them today if I can, but if we don't manage to get through them because it's going to take a bit of time, then we'll do an extra stream probably next Saturday afternoon just to finish off this set. And then we're going to move on next Sunday to move through to the Lego staff architecture set, which was given out as part of the Lego campus in Billund opening up in September last year. I've got the instructions for that. I've pieced it all out and have all the parts ready for building of that as well, so you can join me next week at 2 PM Greenwich Mean Time for that as well. So let's stop talking and let's get building. So I'm going to start, as I said, with bag number 6. You can see here, if I can just move, hang on, try not to break the existing modular. You can see here this is kind of what we're going to be building now in the next section, which is the next level. There's not much to it, I don't think, in the Jazz Cafe area, maybe a balcony of types. And then we'll also start to do the tailor that's on the second floor above the pizzeria as well. So let's crack open bag 6. No minifigure in this bag yet. This is just laying the foundations for the next level. So to start off with, then we get this large 6x2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 6x14 plates. Onto it we're going to stick a dark red 1x4. It's going to be a 3 stud overhang on that one. Just move the camera slightly so it's a bit more central, a bit better. Yep, so 3 stud overhang there. Then we're going to get a 1x8 light bluish grey plate. We're going to stick that then on the 1 stud overhang from the 1x4. We'll then add another 1x4 on there and another one. So we're done with the 1 stud overhang there, and then we're going to get a 2x2 light bluish grey corner plate. It's going to go on just like that. We continue the 1x4s then onto that plate there. Oh, new member, welcome. And then we're going to add a 1x8 plate as well on that 2 stud there to give us the corner there. Next up we're going to get, put that to the side, we're going to get one of these tan coloured 6x6 wedge plates. We'll flip it over upside down, and we're going to get a smaller 3x3 wedge here, and we're going to stick it in the middle of our other wedge. Then we're going to get 2 1x8 light bluish grey plates. We'll rotate this round like this. We'll stick one level with it this way, and then one level with it the other way. Form this underneath, and if we bring back in what we've got here, this is then going to form across here like this and connect onto the rest of what we've built so far. Then we're going to get a 4x2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 4x10, stick that underneath the overlap of the wedge, just push it down, and we're going to add another 2 1x4s just along our edge here, just to connect this area to the main plates. Then we're going to add some more tan plates around here now. So for that we're going to get a couple of 2x4s, a 1x10, a 1x3 in tan, and a 1x2. And then we're going to get the 2x4, that's going to go next to our wedge at the top here. We'll stick a 1x3 next to that, and then our 1x2 next to that. And then over this side we'll do the 2x4 again, and then our 1x10 goes right across, connecting onto the base. Then we're going to add some more bricks over this side, so we've got a couple of 1x2s in dark red a 1x1 regular one and a 1x4 black plate. We'll stick the 1x1 just on the end of our 1x4 here, and then we're going to put the 1x2s in an L-shaped pattern here, like that, and then our 1x4 is going to overhang by 2 studs there. Into that we're going to stick welcome Rodimus to the stream, or to the channel in fact. Then we're going to add a 4x6 plate in light bluish grey onto the 2 stud overhang we have over here, like so. And then just to finish up on this side, we're going to get a couple of L or corner bricks, 2x2s, and just add them to the end like so. Next up we're going to add another platform, so we get 2 2x4 plates like this in tan colour. On one we're going to add a 2x3 light bluish grey plate in this sort of fashion with a 2 stud overhang here, and then we're going to add that onto here. That's then going to overlap. So here we're going to have this go into this like so. So we end up with a 2 studs left over this side and that on that side. Hey Brandon, welcome to the stream. Hope you're well. Very jealous of your coffee, sounds quite nice. Then over here we're going to add a 1x4 black plate just to these 2 studs we've got left. And then underneath we're going to add a further 1x8 plate onto this 2 stud overhang that we've got going on like this. And just pushes in there to extend the base. Then we're going to get a 1x10 in tan and a 1x4 in black plate. And we're also going to get a 2x2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 tan plate. The 1x4 goes over here next to our 1x2. In this gap we're going to stick our 2x14 in firmly, and then on these studs here we're going to add our 1x10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yeah, 1x10 goes on there. Then we're going to add some more plates, so we've got a 6x6 plate and a 4x8 plate in black. We'll stick the 6x6 right in this corner here, so we'll line up these plates here and just push them in, and then our 4x6 or 8, so it just goes on the 2 stud overhang in there like that. We'll further strengthen even this area with another 2x4, then we have a 1x4 plate and another 1x10 plate in tan colour. It's 1x12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That 1x10 goes down here to secure that plate, and then over on this side we're going to add the 2x4 and then the 1x4. Now we're going to add some more sort of wall details, so for that we're going to get 4 1x4 dark red bricks, a 1x2, and then this teal coloured 1x2 and a couple of quarter tiles as well in the teal colour. 1x4s, 2 of them go down the centre piece here to form the wall here, then the other 2 go on the outside here next to each other, and we're going to finish off with the 1x2 just on the ends. Our tiles go just in front of this black plate here, so we put the 1x2 in the middle and then our 2 quarter tiles next to it. So like an entrance to a doorway by the look of it. Ooh. Just goes in like that. Then we're going to add some more tan, so we've got a 4x6 plate, a couple of 2x4s again, and then we have a 1x4 brick as well. 1x4 brick is going to go at the end here, so it's going to be a 2 stud overhang. Then we'll stick a 2x4, then our 4x6 goes on, and our other 2x4 goes in there. So on the other side now we've got this overhang going on here. To cover that we get another 6x6 plate, and that goes underneath our overhangs here. So we're just going to push these down, so that's now in place, and we're going to add some more sort of plating detail here. So for that we've got a couple of 1x2 bricks, then we're going to get a 1x4 plate, 2x4 plate, a 1x2 in tan, 1x3, and then a 1x1 plate as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick a 1x2 just over here, then we'll get a 1x2 brick in red and continue our sort of red wall going on there. Then across the front here we'll stick a 1x4, then our 1x3 plate, then we'll stick our 1x1 just on here, then our 2x4 and our 1x2 brick to continue the wall just over there. Then with that in place we're going to fill in this gap here. So let's put that to the side. We'll get a 2x6 plate, and onto it we're going to add 3 of these 2x2 modified with 2 studs showing. If I can find the third one. There it is, hiding away, and it's going to be in this formation. So in the middle we're going to have the 2 studs this way, and this end they're going to be that way, and this side this way. Then with that in place we'll stick a 1x8 brick, and we'll stick that on the front set of studs with a 1 stud overhang there. So if we bring back in our base area, we're going to now add this to this space in the front, like so. We have this kind of look. With that in place we're going to get 2 of these 2x6 dark red bricks. We'll also get a couple of 1x2 plates in dark red. We're going to stick these together in pairs to start with, and they're going to cover up these gaps we have where the black plates are showing through either end of our light bluish grey. And then our 2x6s are literally going to go on this front section either side here and here. There's this sort of front building up. Now we're going to add around this sort of area here, which is where the stage will be through the gap on the ground level. We're going to add a series of black jumpers and black plates. So we need 5 1x1 black plates to start us off. 3, 4, and 5, and then 4 1x2 black jumper tiles. And then we'll stick 2 of these black jumper tiles on this side, and we'll stick 2 on this other side of the hole that we've got going on. And then we'll add our 1x1 black plates to each end here, and then the last 3 we're going to add on these 3 studs in the middle, and they're going to go on facing this sort of angle. It's 45-degree angle all the way across, just like that. Next up we're going to have a turntable, so we've got the sort of the base of that and the inserts, and we've got a 2x2 tile with a stud in the middle, a round one in dark red. Except I can't see a dark red one, I can see a dark reddish brown one. And you're looking at me. Looking at the back. Come back to it. We'll get some 1x2. That must be the reddish brown. It's my eyes looking at the wrong colour. And then we've got a couple of 1x1 round reddish brown plates, and we've also got a 1x1 round reddish brown tile. So first off we're going to stick the inserts into this turntable, and that's going to go over here I believe. Then we're going to add our 1x1 round plate in reddish brown there, then we have our grill, then we have our tile, then we have our grill piece and our 1x1 piece, and then our 2x2 round with a stud in the middle goes in the middle there. Now Brandon, you got that blizzard, have you? I've seen some pictures on the news in LA in California, it looked pretty bad. I hope you're doing well over there. Next up we've got 3x3 wedges in light bluish grey and some upward facing reddish or dark red brackets. We also have a 1x2 tan tile and a corner tile. And what we're going to do is we're going to stick the two wedges together, top of each other, like this. And then onto that we'll stick our 1x2 tile and our sort of cutaway tile next to that. This is going to go over this side, which is probably forming a staircase up to the roof. And then our two upward facing brackets are going to go either side, facing inwards. In this section, just at the front there, like that. Now we're going to add some more details to the walls that are going round. So for that we need 8 1x4 dark red bricks. 7, 8. We've got 3 corner bricks in dark red. We've got 4 Erling bricks. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 8 2 1x2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. And we've got 4 1x1 regular bricks. So to start us off then, over in this corner we're going to stick a 1x2 brick, and all the way down the front here we're going to stick some 1x4 bricks. Got a bit of a Ghostbusters firehouse vibe from these colours. Then a 1x2 brick goes on, and then we stick an Erling brick just right onto the end here. The camera stops being blurry. Focus. There's an Erling brick that's gone right into there. Then over on this side, what are you going on about? Come on, focus. That's it. Oh, that was it. So we've got the Erling bricks just gone on to the end there. Then as we move over here, we're going to stick another Erling brick on the corner. Then we have our corner 2x2 that goes onto our bracket piece here, and then we repeat. No, we don't repeat it over on this side. Then let's go back to the back. We're going to leave 4 stud gap and then stick a 1x1 brick at the back. Then we leave another 4 stud gap. Must be for the windows. Let's stick another 1x1 brick. Then we have 2 corner bricks. They go next to each other like this. And then over on this side we're going to add some 3 1x2 bricks, continuing the same pattern. Over this side it's a 1x1 brick, then a 1x2 brick, then we're going to get 2 1x4 bricks to go in here. Then like on the other side at the end here in the corner we're going to stick an Erling brick stud facing out. Same on this other side here of our window at the front, another Erling brick. This time we have a 1x2 brick, and another one goes in there. And then we're going to add 2 1x4 bricks in the middle wall, and finish off with a 1x1 brick there. So at the front here you can see the Erling bricks all facing out, and then we've added another layer around our wall. At the back here we're going to add a fence piece, so we've got one of these black 1x4 fence pieces. Onto top of that we're going to stick a 1x6 tile in black with a 1 stud overhang. That's just going to fit in this gap at the back here. Just a bit of a balcony type scenario. Then at the front where we've got these 4 stud gaps here, we're going to add a 1x4 light bluish grey brick in the middle, running along the back on each side. And then in the front we're going to add these 1x2s with grooves in, 2 of those with the grooves facing outwards in front of that, which adds us the architectural detail for the front of the building there. Then with that done we're going to add some more bits onto here. So onto the 2x2 round with a stud we're just going to add this sand blue seat facing at an angle inwards. And then behind here we're going to make a seat, so we get a 2x2 light bluish grey brick. We're going to add a teal coloured 1x2 with a handle piece at the back, and a 1x2 teal tile at the front. Put that to the side. We'll get a 1x2 with 2 clips on, and we'll add another teal coloured tile to that. That clips onto our handle piece to form the back of a seat like this, and that's going to go on our turntable in the middle, just like that. So we've got 2 seats now that are in the middle. We're going to build a desk now, so I'm just going to put this to the side. For the desk, we've got this 4x4 with a curve insert, and on top of that we're going to add a 3x3 reddish brown wedge on top, give us a shape like this. On these studs at the end, we're going to add some downward facing reddish brown brackets. So we get a side stud on each end over here. Put that down, then we get 2 upward facing brackets in reddish brown again, and onto those we're going to add 1x1 plates, 2 of them in tan colour. So they slot into the back like this. Let's do that again. With that done, we're going to insert that into the bottom underneath the brackets we just added in, so we end up with something like that at each end. Then we'll get a 1x2 with a handle piece. We're going to stick a 1x2 with a clip piece into that, and then we're going to add some downward facing tan brackets on top. One goes on this way, other on the other side. It's easier said than done. Then with this flipped over, we're going to add that to form the middle of our desk. There's a hinge there. Then on each end, cover these studs up. You've got these reddish brown, what I call bullion pieces. They go onto the each end of the desk. Then on the front here, we've got these 2 studs on each side. We're going to add a 2x2 reddish brown plate in the middle, and then to cover this up, we're going to get these 2x2 curved reddish brown tiles and stick them to give this semicircle look, and they're going to go on each side, which then gives us this nice curved reddish brown desk look, which is quite cool. Onto the desk, we're going to stick a 2x2 round in black with a stud on, and on this side a jumper tile in this bright green colour. We bring this back in. We're going to stick this now onto these 1x1 plates, so this desk goes into the middle there like so. Maybe this is the manager's desk. There's a little note here that says the club owner wanted something special for her office, so she ordered this unusual desk that is orientated to a 45-degree angle. So this is the club manager's office here, and this is her desk. Onto the desk, we're going to create a lamp. So where this bright green piece starts, we do another one with a sort of an ice cream cone. We're going to add a trans yellow 1x1 round onto the top for a light, and then we're going to add a bright green dish on top, and that's going to go into our jumper tile. So there's our nice bright green lamp. On this side, we're going to create a telephone. Get a 1x1 plate with a clip on it. We're going to stick it into a Technic claw in black. Into that, we're going to stick a 1x1 round, which gives us the dial for the telephone, and then we've got a usual telephone receiver that goes on top over here. It's a bit blurry, camera's lucky to get out of focus today, and that's going to clip on top all the way through with our Technic claw. Ooh. Got to push our Technic claw all the way through to make sure that we can stick that into that. So there's our desk with a telephone over there and our lamp on the other side. And that's the end of bag number 6. So let's crack open bag 7. We've got the club owner minifigure coming out on this. one. So for the club owner, we've got this light blue torso here. It's got a little bit of an aging face actually. She's got a smiling face, but there's a few wrinkles on there. She's printed just on one side. No facial expression on the back. She's got a bun up hairstyle, and then she's got these dark orange legs, or medium nugget legs. So just stick her together. There's our club owner minifigure, quite a nice one. There's a little note here as well that says the club owner loves spotting up and the club owner loves spotting up and coming artists and giving them a chance to shine on stage. She was one of the first to recognise the talent of the saxophone player from the Lego Assembly Square. There you go, just tying it back to other modular buildings. So I'm going to actually stick her on the desk, so I'm going to stick her on the seat, hopefully she'll stay there. She's now at a desk ready to work. Now we're going to go back to this black section here where we're going to add a banister. For the banister we're going to get 9 of these 1x1 rounds with the pins facing upwards. So 9 of these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Into those we're going to stick 9 of these clip pieces in black. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're going to stick these in. These will create the posts for our sort of banister or rail that's going to go around, stop anyone falling onto the stage. Now they're in place, we're going to stick these onto the jumper tiles and these 1x1 plates we stuck on earlier. Then what we're going to do is we're going to get 2 1x4 rods in black, and then we get a 1x6 larger rod. The larger rod is going to go, I'm just going to angle these slightly, it's going to go right across our diagonal here, and then our 1x4s. Chaos ensues, and quiet, put this right long across enough. Let's try that again. Start with our 1x4s first, the easiest. 1x4 rods go on each end, and then let's make sure we get these all across there. So there's our 1x6, you can see the banister going around the balcony. There's a note that says that manager has her own private balcony where she can listen in the evening's performance. That's the balcony where the manager can listen from, above the stage. Next up we're going to add more dark red to the walls. For that we're going to need another 8 1x4 bricks in dark red. 5, 6, 7, 8. A couple of corner dark red bricks and 6 1x2 bricks. So we'll start over this side, we get a 1x2 brick dark red there, then one of our corner bricks, then we've got our 1x2 bricks going on here, and one more going that way. Over this side we'll stick a corner brick on, then we stick 4 1x4 bricks all the way along. So we're slightly short on this side. Then on this other side we'll stick a couple of 1x4 bricks, and then a 1x2 brick, and in this middle wall here we're going to stick another couple of 1x4s, and then our last corner brick. Another 1x2 brick goes across over this side. So that's another layer of bricks. Next up we need 6 1x2 plates in dark red again. 5, 6. We also need 4 of these 1x2s with these rods moulded in. So 4 of those. And finally we need 4 1x2 tiles in light bluish grey. 3 and 4. And what we're going to do is we're going to actually cover the tops of these areas here by the looks of things. So first off, we stick a 1x2 plate each end of our windows, here and here, and then also behind our brackets here in the middle to level it off. Then these 1x2s with rods go in the middle with the rods facing in opposite directions. And then we'll put our 1x2 tiles just on the gaps to level it off on both sides. This is where, so at the front now we've got these rods going across the window areas like that. Then we get another couple of upward facing brackets in dark red again, and 2 1x1 plates. We're going to add upward facing bracket and a 1x1 plate on this side, and that's going to go on this side of the building. Then on the other side we'll do the same there, so the plate is level with the wall there. Then we get some Technic bricks, so we've got these light yellow ones, 1x1s with holes in the middle, and then we get 2 of the same but in dark red. And there's one, where's the other one? There's the other one, and then we need 2 Technic pins in black, and we're going to stick the Technic pins into our yellow bricks, and then into those we're going to stick our red bricks. So you can see the 2 sides of the building essentially coming together here. The pizza place in the yellow and the jazz club in the red, and we'll stick one here with the red side attached, and then the other one goes 5 studs in on this side. So it kind of shows you the next section. Add some more walls now before we get into a few more details inside of the office. So for that again we need 8 1x4s, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, a couple of corner bricks again, 4 1x2 bricks, and 4 1x1 bricks in dark red, and we've put a 1x2 here and on this side. Then here we're going to put a corner brick, and then our other corner brick goes next to that. Across the back we stick a 1x2 brick and another 1x2 brick, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 1x4 bricks that go all the way along the side, and 4. And over on this side we stick a 1x1 brick on this wall, followed by the 1x4 brick. Then we repeat that pattern, so a 1x1 brick next to here and a 1x4 after it. In the middle here we're going to stick a 1x1 on the end, and then a 1x4, another 1x4 and a 1x1. Just add on, bring the walls up again another ever so slightly. So put that to the side. Of because now we're going to build a gramophone. So for the gramophone we get a 1x2 black log brick. Onto that we stick a dark tan 2x2 corner brick. Stick it like this. Then we stick another 1x2 log brick into the bottom of that. So we end up with one stud showing here. Onto that we're going to stick a dark tan Erling brick. Into that we're going to stick a 1x1 black with a clip facing outwards. And on top here we've got a printed tile again. So we've got a black 2x2 round printed record tile, so no stickers again. That's going to go on top like this. Then to make the speaker, I suppose, for the gramophone, we'll start with a pearl gold dish. Into that we're going to stick pearl gold cone piece. Into that we stick a stud bar light bluish grey piece into the end of the cone. Do that with something like this. And then into that we're going to stick one of these sort of gun pieces. So there's our speaker for our gramophone, if you like. So we're going to use this part of the gun as the reader of the record, so it's going to go inward facing. So you end up with, just trying to rotate that slightly and it fell off, just to make sure it's on properly. So we end up with a gramophone that looks like this. We bring this back in. This is going to sit at the front of the office here, just by the window, so the manager can listen to the music on the quiet times when no one is inside the club. So put that to the side. Next up we're going to build some steps to go up to the next level. So we start with an inverted 1x2 45-degree angle brick. We're going to stick a 1x3 jumper tile in tan onto that, and then we'll stick a 2x2 inverted slope piece into that to create a step. Then we repeat the pattern but in the opposite way, so the 2x2 goes that side and the 1x2 next to it. Add another jumper tile to give us a step. Then we add another inverted piece, 2x2 and a 1x2. This time though we stick a 1x4 plate in tan across there like that, so there's our staircase going up. Bring back in what we built earlier. We've got these 3 studs here where we had this sort of angled staircase, and we just stick that into position there. So we've got the staircase up to the roof being added. Then we're going to add 4 more upward facing dark red bricks. 4. They're going to go actually at the front here, so we've got 2 like we had last time inward facing of this large area here, and then the other 2 are going to go in this window space. Just added these at the front, and then we're going to build up the front here. So we've got 2 more corner bricks in dark red and 4 more Erling bricks in dark red as well. Erling bricks going to go either side of our window area on each side. And then our 2x2 bricks will go into this gap we have here in this side. So the front is building up to look like this. Then we're going to add some more plates to this area. So we've got 4 1x2s and a couple of 1x1s in dark red. 1x1s go each end here, like we did earlier, so they go there, and then our 2x2s, as we did earlier, also will go in the middle here to level up our bracket space. So that's all level now at the front. Then we're going to add some light bluish grey plates across to give us a sort of a line that goes round generally. So for that we need 3 1x8 plates. Got a couple of corner plates. We need 5 1x2 plates, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 1x1 plate. So to start us off here, then we're going to go with our 2x2 plate. Oh man, it's a bit blurry today on the old camera. Apologies. Come on, Mr. Camera. Focus. Focus. Towards the boss. So we're going to put a corner plate over here, then we're going to add a 1x8 plate, 2 of those down this wall here on this side, then we've got a 1x2 here, another 1x2 and another one over this side, then we have another corner brick there, another 1x2 plate, sorry, there. We've also missed out a couple of 1x4 plates that we need. First one in there, the other one the other side of the stair one there. This is where the 1x1 goes on. And over this side 1x2 and our last 1x8. So now we've just introduced this light bluish grey line through the wall. For that we now need also 6 upward facing light bluish grey bracket pieces. So these are going to go in the usual place here at the front, 2 either side of the windows, and then 2 inward here. Builds up the front. Then we're going to add some more wall details, so we need 6 1x4s, a couple of 1x3s, we've got 6 1x2 bricks, we've got a 1x1 brick, we've got 4 Erling bricks in dark red as well, 2 1x2 plates, 3 corner bricks, another upward facing bracket, 2 teal coloured 1x1 tiles, a blue tile and an orange tile. So first we're going to have a little painting that's going to be in the office, so we have this upward facing dark red bracket here, and onto that we're going to stick our 1x2 plates into the back. On the front we're going to stick our tiles, so we have the 2 teal tiles going diagonal, orange one down the bottom and a blue one at the top. This is kind of our painting that's going to go inside the office, but for that we'll get to that in a minute. We're going to firstly stick our Erling bricks all across the front of these windows here. Again, just building up on the front. Then behind here we're going to go a 1x4 and a 1x2 brick. Then we'll stick our upward facing painting bracket in the office. Then it's a 1x4, another 1x4, 1x2 and then another 1x2 at the end. Then over the other side here we're going to put a corner brick, 2 of those. Then we have a 1x4 goes across here and a normal 1x1 just on the inside. And here we stick a 1x2. We have a 4 stud gap, stick another 1x2, also a 1x3 even, my bad. Then we have a 1x2 brick here and another corner brick. No, so 1x2 brick goes in here. Easier said than done. Over this side we stick a corner brick. And then to finish this off on this side we stick a 1x3, then our 2 1x4s go right across here. That's another row of walls gone on. There's a note here as well about the art, I think, that says the wall art in the office is a small piece by the Lego artist living in the loft above the Lego Parisian restaurant. If you remember that one. So that's the end of bag number 7. Move on to bag 8 then to continue this. Floor. Do remember to hit that like button as well if you enjoy this stream, so we can get to other people with it. First off, we're going to stick some doors in. So we need 3 black door frames. Then we have another lavender coloured door, like the Friends door. And then we've got a couple of regular brown doors. And onto all of these, we're going to stick some 1x1 round pearl gold plates, like this for the door handles. First off, we'll do the lavender door. Just going to open this way. That's going to have a door handle like this. And we've got our 2 reddish brown doors. They're going to open the same way. Again with the same door handles on. So these are we're going to stick the lavender door over this side, which is where the tailor's going to go to, above the pizza restaurant. And then we've got the brown doors. One goes here to the balcony piece, and then the other one goes to the club manager's office. So we've got the corridor there. Doors are all in place. We're going to add some windows as well. So we've got 2 small black framed windows. Need 2 inserts of course for these. Stick those in. Small ones. The small windows always seem to be a bit tougher to push in than the larger ones. So those 2 go in there. Then we've got 2 corner plates and a couple of 1x2s. So stick the 2 corner plates together. They're going to go in this corner up here, and these 2 1x2 plates, and they're going to go on this side. Our 2 small windows are going to go in this gap here on this wall. So there's a little window into the office as well. Yeah, Brandon, I got the Santa's visit and the lighthouse this week because I wanted to get the gift with purchase for the moving van. So I'll put them again as a poll for members, as an option for a stream in the future. So if you want to vote on that poll, do become a powered up member, and then you can say what ones we build first. So next up, we're going to build some more windows. We obviously need the inserts. We've got the large windows, and we've also got some more smaller windows. I'm going to put the moving van into Bricktown as well. I think I'll do another street story for that, because I might do a row of houses on one of the streets, not use it for this club moving in, but use it for a house move. So we put the inserts in the large windows. We'll do the same now for the small ones. And then for these, we're going to stick 2 of the smaller windows on top of this larger window to give us this kind of window formation. So we've got those 2, and these are actually going to go at the back here, above the gap we have in the jazz club. So it looks like that at the back. So it looks like that now. That's those windows. Then we've got to fill the gap now in this middle bit. So to do that, we're going to get 3 1x1 bricks in dark red. 2, 3. We've got a 1x1 plate in light bluish grey, and we've also got a couple in dark red. First off, we'll stick 2 dark red bricks together, then we'll add our light bluish grey plate and another red brick, and then we're going to add 2 of our dark red plates. Just going to push these then to go in the middle of our window, so we're consistent with the look of the middle bit. Next up, we've got one of these really long 1x14 dark reddish plates. We then need 6 1x4 bricks. 3, 4, 5, 2, 4, 5, 6. We've got a corner brick. 7 1x2 bricks in dark red. 4. 5, 6, 7. A 1x2 plate in dark red, and I think that's it for now. So to start us off, we're going to stick our 1x2 plate over here. We'll run a really long 1x14 plate right across this back wall here to secure the windows in place. Then here we'll stick a 1x2 brick and another one. Then we have our corner brick and another 1x2 brick. Then coming down this side, we're going to stick a couple of 1x4 bricks in and a 1x2. Then we'll stick another 1x2 over this side and into there. Another one in this gap here between the window and the door. And then across the front here, we're going to leave 2 studs at the end and then stick 1x4s right the way across like this. So again, just building up the walls here. We're going to add some more plates as well now, so we're going to get 8 1x2 dark red plates. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we need 2 1x1 plates. We're going to stick 2 lots of 1x2 plates together first off, and stick our 1x1 plate on top of that to form a shape like this. We'll do that twice, and they go either end here and here. I can't quite see, go either end here and here. Then the other 1x2s we're going to add in the middle again, just behind our brackets here, to level up the brackets. Then with that done, we're adding more walls. So this time we've got 5 1x6 bricks, 3, 4, 5. We've got 4 1x3 bricks. We've got a corner brick again. Then we've got 7 1x4 bricks. 2, 6, 7. A couple of corner plates. A couple of 1x1 plates as well. And what we do is we start with a 1x4 over in this corner here. Have 3 of these. 3 of these going across. Then we have a 1x6 brick going down the middle. 1x3 brick, another 1x6 brick, and then we'll finish with a corner brick down here. We can add a corner plate here at the front, and our 1x1 there as well, and then same on this side of this pillar, so another corner brick plate, sorry, and a 1x1 plate. Then down this wall we're going to stick 3 1x4 bricks, and then we'll add a 1x6 brick down there, and then on this side we're going to stick a 1x6 brick, then a 1x3 brick, another 1x4 brick, and a 1x6 brick. Then to finish this off in the middle, we stick our 2 1x3 bricks to secure the door across here. So it's kind of the walls again getting taller. Next up, we need 8 of these 2x2 jumper tiles in light bush grey. 8, and they're going to actually go on the insides here of these bracket pieces. So like this. So we do that on each side here. Ooh, it's a bit tricky at this angle, but so they go on like that. With those in place, we're going to get 4 1x4 black tiles, and we actually stick those onto the jumper tiles we just added, so onto the studs formed there. Just like that. Then we're going to put some coloured windows in, so put that to the side. We get two, we'll do two of these at once, so we get two 1x2 plates in black. We then get two trans yellow 1x1 plates, excuse me, and then another couple of trans blue 1x1 plates. We're going to stick them in on top of this plate, so we get something like this. Onto that we're going to stick this trans pink and blue 1x1. Bit of a sort of stained glass window effects going onto these front windows. Then we need a yellow and a pink one. Then we've got another couple of plates here, yellow and blue. Cool. Just to finish us off, try not to smash everything up. And then we finish off this with another 1x2 black plate. So there's our sort of windows. There's our two sort of stained glass windows. They're going to go then on the inserts. So one stud back. So there's our sort of stained glassy type windows put into the front. Then we're going to build the detail above those. So again, put that to the side. We're going to get two 2x4s. We're going to build two at once. Then we're going to get two of these 2x2 modified with studs on the side in dark red. Into that we're going to stick, which I've not seen before, this semicircle with a stud into that. So we've got this sort of pattern going above the window, and at the back we're going to stick a 1x2 dark reddish plate just to level off this piece. Then we're going to stick a 2x2 plate in dark red on top at the back like this. And to finish this off on the front, we're going to stick a quarter tile in light bluish grey. These are like the top details above our windows. There and there. Bring these back in then, and we'll clip this on top of our stained glass windows, and you can see what that looks like now with the top details added on. Then we're going to get 6 corner bricks, dark red, and we're just going to put these around the windows now to secure these top areas in place. Go on like that, and that finishes off above our windows, which are quite cool. I'm going to put some more plates here just to level this off to finish this window area off. So we've got a couple of corner plates, a couple of 2x4s in light bluish grey, and we've got two downward facing light bluish grey brackets. So the brackets go in the middle here. Then we've got our 2x4s. And then we stick our plates in here and here just to level off all that front area there. Now on the inside here you can see these brackets all the way down, so we're going to do what we did earlier, and we're going to put these 2x2 jumper tiles. So we need 8 of these. And we're going to add 4 on each side. goes all the way up. Last time we stuck a black tile, this time we're going to stick a grey 1x8 tile then on these jumpers on each side. Form this kind of narrower gap here, and then we can stick in our windows. So our windows are going to be these longer window pieces. So we can stick the inserts into these. They're going to be stuck in a 2x4, also a 2x2 formation. We'll stick a 1x2 plate in light bluish grey at the top and a black one at the bottom to form our window here. So then that's going to go hopefully into this gap in the centerpiece there. So we've got a large window. And then into the window sills here we're going to stick we're going to stick this jumper tile here, and we're going to stick a little green leaf, and onto that we're going to stick a light bright orange flower. So on this side we've got a little flower sort of on the window box. It's just on that side at the moment. So that's kind of the next level on above our jazz club, completed pretty much. Probably have to add something here in a second. But now we're going to do the other side, which is the above the pizzeria, which is where the tailor's going to be. So let's put that to the side. Crack open bag 9. We'll do we actually got a minifigure here of the tailor, and we do have to create the base now of the other side. So our tailor's got this nice snazzy red shirt with a yellow tie on. He's got sand blue legs. He has a pair of scissors, of course, in his hand, because he wouldn't be able to do much without a pair of scissors. Very large pair of scissors. Probably standard Lego issue scissors, like that. And then his face, if I can find it, just printed on one side again. He's got a bit of sort of stubble going on, and his hair is a brown wavy hair, look. There's our tailor. We'll put him to the side for now till we've got somewhere to put him. And to kick us off, we start with a 6x10 plate in this tan colour. We're going to get a 1x8 plate in white. Stick that with a 1 stud gap other side. We'll repeat that on the opposite side. Give something like this. Then we're going to get some 2 longer ones, so 2x14s, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, sorry, 2x10, 2x12s, add them to the end on the overhang, level up, like this on both sides. Then we can add another one of these tan plates in the middle. Then we're going to add a couple of 1x6 white plates just to be flush and not have a 1 stud overhang on the end. So underneath it looks like this, and this is kind of what it looks like on top. Then we're going to start the yellow walls. So first off we've got these light yellow 1x4s. 3 of these go right across this side. Then we'll stick a 1x1 up here. We then get a medium nugget 1x4 plate, stick that in. Then we've got a couple of 1x4s again in the light yellow colour. So we do have a 1 stud overhang on this side. Meanwhile on this side we get a 1x10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 1x10 plate, stick that in. And then a 1x3 again to give us a 1 stud overhang here on each end. You get another 2x14 plate, then stick that onto our 1 stud overhangs. And into the front here we're going to stick a 1x1 plate in white down in this corner to level it off. Then we get a 1x4 tile in white there. We have another one on the other side, and then in the middle we're going to stick a 1x2 jumper tile, and then on this end we'll stick another 1x1 plate. Just going on to the ends. Then with that in place, we're going to add a couple of 2x4 medium nugget plates that we'll just stick together. They're going to go on to this gap over here, and then across the front here we'll stick a 1x6 plate medium nugget and a 1x4 medium nugget as well. Then we get two 1x2 with the rounded ends in black. One goes there, and we leave a 2 stud gap, another one goes just in there. We can add another row of bricks now, so 1x3 goes on first there, and a 1x2 with a 2 stud gap left, another 2 stud gap left, for another 1x2 there, another one in the corner there, and then what we're going to do is get a 1x4 masonry brick. The masonry parts facing outwards goes in there, and then a couple of 1x1s go on the inside here on each end. Then we continue with a 1x2, 1x4, and another 1x2 there. In front of these studs here we're going to get a 2x2 round brick with grooves all the way around, and on top of that we're going to stick a 2x2 red round plate. That's going to go just in front. Maybe that's a little seat or something at a desk. We'll find out. Now we're going to go on to the next step, which again is another row of bricks. So another 1x3 here, 1x2 here, 1x3 this time in the corner, then a 1x1, some 1x2 medium nugget bricks this time, just regular ones, not masonry ones. Then a 1x3 and a 1x4 in the yellow sort of lime colour, just building that up. Then we're going to add some windows, so we're going to use white windows on this one. So we've got these longer windows in white, stick the inserts in. They're going to go in our gaps over this side. There goes in here and here, so it's this kind of look on the outside. And then over here we're going to put an arched window with a sort of crisscross insert in like this, and that's going to go just in between there, so it's where the pizza oven's coming up. But I imagine that this isn't a pizza oven in the tailors, maybe it's just used as a fire. Maybe I'll explain in a minute. Over the top of that we're going to put this large 1x4 arch to enclose our window, and then another 1x4 masonry brick goes on the outside, so it looks like this over in the corner. We'll also add some more yellow bricks to build the wall up. The 1x4s here. Ooh. And a 1x3 even. Then in this bit here we're going to add a 1x1 and a third with studs facing inwards, and stick a 1x1 plate to level it off on top like this. Then we add a 2x4 medium nugget on top of our archway over here. A 1x1 goes next to that, and a 1x2 in, so 1x3 even, in the yellow colour. Again a 1x2 goes on here just to build this side up, and on this side we're going to stick 1x2 on, and a 1x4 and another 1x2. It's a bit empty at the moment. On top again of this corner piece we're going to get some 1x4 masonry bricks, 2 of them this time, masonry brick pattern on the inside and on the outside again, and it's a 1x2 up here and a 1x1 over there. Over this side 1x4 and a 1x3 brick building up again. Now we're going to build a bit of a wall over this side, so we get a couple of 1x1 plates, stick those together, and a 1x1 brick, then we get a 1x2 brick, stick that on top like this, and then into this gap here we're going to stick another 1x1 and a third with the studs, and on top a 1x1 brick again, and this is going to go over this side just like that. Then we'll put that to the side. We're going to build a sewing machine now that's going to go inside the tailors. So we start with a 2x8 reddish brown brick plate, sorry. Then we'll add a 1x2 tile to the end. Then we're going to add 2 black jumper tiles, 1x2s next to that. There's one. Where's the other one? There's the other one. Then we've got a 1x2 grill in black, goes next, and then a double jumper tile goes on there. We flip this over. On the bottom we're going to get some 1x2 bricks with the grooves in, grooves facing outwards, goes on this side like this. Then we're going to get one of these fence pieces and we're going to stick on some 1x1 clip pieces, flip this upside down, you're going to clip right onto the ends here and here. That then clips into the bottom of our sewing machine like this. In the front we're going to add 2 black telescope pieces, one there and one on the other side. It's a bit trickier to do. There you go. That's it. So our 2 telescope pieces then I'll put into the front and also into the bottom of those telescope pieces to level it off. We've got some 1x1 rounds with the pins on. To the line. Ooh, let's take that out. Back up a second. What I missed was putting the 1x1 round plates into the top of the telescope pieces. Then it gets inserted into the sewing machine. So we've got level legs there then. That's in place. Then around the front here we're going to add some 1x1 reddish brown plates to level these areas off. And then we're going to clip in a 1x2 with studs as a sort of a pedal, I think, for the sewing machine. That's going to clip onto the fence. So from the bottom it looks like this, and then you can see this is the step to activate the sewing machine, I'm guessing. Then if we go round back to the top here, we're going to add a black cone piece into one of our jumpers here, and a 3-length pearl gold rod piece goes into the top. Over on this side we're going to get a macaroni pearl gold piece. There's going to be some sort of material going through the sewing machine. It's going to look like this. Then the sewing machine itself, we're going to get a 1x1 with studs all the way around. We'll stick a steering wheel into one side stud, Then we have a tan coloured 1x1 round tile on one, and a black cone goes into the other side. Then we have a paddle piece that goes into our cone piece, and finish that off with a 1x1 tile. That's our sewing machine, and we rotate that round, thread it through our rod like this, and there's our cool little sewing machine. So from the front way, pedal to operate it, and then the different material being sewn on. So if we come back in, that's now going to clip into these two black clips we did earlier. So we line up the telescope pieces and push that into place. So that's the sewing machine inside the tailor, and there's a little seat that you can sit on to sew away. There's a little note here that says the tailor has just finished the singer's gown. Gold thread and fabric are still left on the sewing machine. You will see that in the singer for the jazz club. Next up, we're going to put another little material area or thread or cotton. So we start with a 2x4 type plate. We'll add a 1x4 plate on top. Then we've got these two bracket pieces. They go on top of our 1x4 plate. Then we'll stick another 1x4 in the front. And then what we do is we get these 1x2 Technic bricks with the two holes in, and we're going to thread these 1x5 Technic pins all the way through and push them in there like that. Just do that twice. So we end up with a piece like this with the 4 spindles on. Then we're going to add a jumper, a 2x4 jumper tile. Flip this on its side like this, and then we're going to add in what would normally be a car door, but it's actually a new piece I think here, which has got a quarter or sort of cross hole here with a thread that's going to be in red. Feed that through the first one down to the bottom. 2 of these. Looks like this. Next to that we've got some Technic tubes. We've got a gold one, green one, dark green one, and a black one, and they're just going to rest there like that, and this is going to go on between our windows over this side, covering the windows slightly so you can see the materials are already there. And there's a note here that says the elements making up the red cloth first appeared as an element in Lego Technic sets. So a little sort of car door type piece was originally found in Technic sets. Next up we're going to, I think it's like a mannequin, I can't think what the name of it is now. It's like a human body that you put the material on to measure it out. So we're going to build one of those. So we've got one of these sort of plant pot type things or lampshades. Stick a 1x1 with 2 studs each side in white. Cover those studs up with a 1x1 round tile. Also one on the top. This kind of look, and then we'll stick a light bluish grey telescope into the bottom. So there's a dummy that we can stick blazers and things on to measure up. That's going to go into the corner just like this. And then what we do is at this stage we'll bring back in the other side, and of course we've got these 1x1s on the side, and they're going to fit into the gaps we've left over here and here. So we're going to stick these together. So that forms our second level now. Now we need to just secure it into place. So to do that we get a 1x3 and a 1x2 in yellow, stick them together, stick them on top of this 1x1. And over this side we get a 1x2 and a 1x1, stick them together, stick them on top. So it's now connected like this, how to get into the tailor onto the second level. That's the end of bag 9, so we'll open bag 10 now. Right, so first off with bag 10 we're going to build the staircase to continue up. So for that we're going to start with a 1x2 inverted slope piece, and we're going to stick a 1x3 jumper again on that in tan. Then we'll add a 2x2 inverted piece, do the same pattern again on the other way around for the next step. Another jumper tile, another set of steps, another jumper there on top, and then this time we're going to stick a 1x3 plate across this other top area, and then we're going to put some tiles on, so we get a 1x2 dark bluish grey tile there, and then we get a corner tile, one stud connecting there like that. So bring back in our level, we're going to add this now to the step we created earlier, and then it can connect also with the tile to the top, so you can see how the staircase is continuing up to the roof, which we'll get there shortly. Next up we're going to get reddish brown 1x1 tiles. We've got 12 of these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and these are actually going to go, if you remember on the front here, we've got all of these Erling bricks, they're actually going to go into the front of the Erling brick here to add some architectural detail. Not too sure here on the colour choice of the reddish brown tile, doesn't really stand out too much, but maybe that's the point. So add these on each side. So that's those added now. So we've got those adding some detail. We're going to add some more detail now inside the tailor. So the tailor is going to have two of these other curved windows again with that sort of crisscross insert. They're going to go on top of our white windows over this side, so one on each side. Then we're going to build a lampshade. So the lampshade starts with a rocket base. We stick a 6th length rod into that, and then we've got a large white lampshade type piece. So there's our lamp, that's going to go at the end of our sewing machine over here. Then we're going to add some more layers of bricks. So first off we get two of these large arch pieces in yellow which go across our arched windows to start with. Then we're going to add a 1x1, if I can find one. That's going to go over here, and then we have an inverted 45-degree yellow slope brick goes on there. We get another one of those sloped bricks. I can find one. That's going to go on the other side here as well, facing each other. Then on this side we've got a 1x4 yellow brick, then a 1x3. Then we have another 2x4 medium nugget brick, another 1x1 here, and then a 1x2 to finish us off over there. Then in the front we're going to get two of these 1x1s and the thirds. We're going to place a 1x1 plate into the bottom of each of these, and then these are going to go either side of the front here, studs facing inwards. We'll put that to the side, and now we're going to build the front windows. I think for that medium nugget 1x6 plate, we'll add a 1x1 brick onto the ends, and then a 1x4 with a 2 stud gap onto the other end. we add a 1x4 plate then into that one stud overhang, and again another 1x1 on the end, so we've got 2 stud gaps in the middle there. Into those we're going to stick some white windows, this type this time. Stick the inserts in again. Something looks like this. We'll add a 1x4 brick into the middle and some more 1x1s each end. Do that again to level up to the window. And then we do it once more to go 1 row of bricks above the window. Then again we've got these white arched windows again. We are going to add the inserts in again in black. They go on each side of the windows. Like we did last time again, we're going to add these large arches on top. And then in the middle of that, a couple of 1x2s stuck together. So now that's done, this is going to go into the front of our tailor shop, just behind the sewing machine. Just knocked everything out, and we put it in and it looks like that at the front. We've still got these studs facing inwards. Again, put that to the side. Build a central column now, so we get a couple of 1x2s in the yellow colour. A couple more of these 1x1s in the third with the studs facing outwards. Then we stick a 1x2 plate on top of that. Then a 1x2 brick and another 1x2 plate on top, and then another couple of these 1x1 and a third with studs on. So that's the central column. So that's going to go at the front here in the middle of our window seam. Meanwhile, we're going to add some more plating. So we've got 3 1x6s in the lemon colour, a couple of 1x1 plates, and a medium nugget 2x4. So we'll stick that again chimney area. 1x1 goes on this side, 1x6 and a 1x1 here. Then our 1x6s go across the back, levels us up with the other side a bit more. Then we're going to add some white plates. So we have this 2x10 white plate, and we have very long 1x14, and a couple of 1x8 tiles. So our plates go across the top of our windows here, and then the other one goes across into our inverted pieces on this side. And then, like we did on the other window, these 1x8s are going to go as sort of inserts into these window spaces. They just go in there, give us a nice white line. Then we're going to put some railings in front of the windows at the front, so we get a couple of 1x4 white plates. Onto those we're going to stick some 1x2 round plates in black. And each one. And there's the other one. seal. There it is. Then with those in place, we're going to stick 2 Technic claws in black. So these pieces, they're going to go in the middle. The middle 2 holes like this. Then into the far other 2, we're going to stick these 1x1 rounds with pins facing up. And they're going to go in like this. Into those we're going to stick these clips. Go on like this. And then into those clips we're going to stick a full length black rod bar that gives us the railings for our windows. Like that. So if we bring back in our windows, these are going to go into these front sections here. So one in there, the other one in there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to add some columns. So we've got these lemon coloured column pieces. On top of those we're going to add some 1x1 round lemon plates. And on top of that we're going to add these black paddles. For some reason, which I don't know yet. Bring this back in, and we stick one in our central column on our jumper. That's going to be, paddle's going to be facing out flat. This one goes on this end, and we angle this paddle inwards, and the other one goes on the other side. And we angle it that kind of way. We'll fiddle with these in a second once we figure out what we're going to do. So it looks like that. With those in place, we've got some of these 1x2 round pieces. We clip these either end to attach the columns to the actual main building, and then one more which goes in the middle, goes like this. Then with that in place, we're going to add some tiling on top. So we've got 3 of these dark bluish grey 1x2 tiles. We have a corner tile, a couple of 1x1 tiles in white, a couple of modified 1x4s with 1 stud, a 1x3, and we have 4 1x8s in white. And what we do is we start with 1x8 in white, goes across all over here. And we have our 1x3, then our 1x4 modified with the 2 studs goes on here, and a 1x8 goes right down. Oop, missed a bit there, my bad. Take that off again, goes right to the corner. Stick a 1x1 in here actually, and our other 1x1 goes on this corner here. Then we have a 1x8. Then we have our corner one. Then we have a 1x2 dark bluish grey going on. Another 1x8 goes on here. Our other 1x4 modified goes in front of our sort of chimney area, and a 1x2 dark bluish grey one goes in there. Next we're going to tile all this side as well. So we've got some white 2x6 tiles. We then have 3 modified 1x4s with the 2 studs facing up, with 8s, 1x8s, a couple of corner ones, 3 1x2 tiles, 5 1x1s, 3 1x4s. That should be enough for our tiling. So the 2x6s actually are on this side of our windows. And secure those in place. Then we have a 1x8 dark bluish grey which goes across the front here. Then we have our modified 1x4s, 1x1 there, another 1x1. 1x8 then goes across and overhangs the window here. Do the same on the other side. Some 1x1s in, and a 1x8, another 1x8, 1x4, 1x4 modified at the back here, then a 1x8, another 1x1, and we've got a corner one, and a 1x4 one, and another corner one, and a 1x2. A couple of those go on here and there. 1x8 goes down this bit, and a 1x4, 1x2 here, and another 1x8 at the back there. So that's all of the tiling of the top of this modular level like this. Not finished yet, we've got to put some hanging baskets which are going to go onto these paddle pieces. So for these we get 3 of these lime green 1x1s with studs all the way around. We stick a leaf on the top of each. Then we stick a leaf on the front and on one side, and then we've got some of these lavender coloured flowers go onto 2 of those. We then stick our tenic claw into the top of the top leaf like this, and just repeat the same look here and here. So there's our sort of hanging basket type elements. Bring these back in and go to our paddles at the front here, and we can clip these to hang down in the front. Just going to rotate the front one a bit. So there's our flowers hanging at the front over this side as well. There's a little note here that says lavender hanging flowers, a lavender sign, lavender door. If you need to visit the tailor, just follow the lavender. So these are lavender flowers hanging from his windows, and that's the end of bag 10. So we're done on that one. So that's the actual next level. So we bring back in, go to wide. We've done our next level, so we can add this now onto the ground level. That's kind of what we've got so far. Take a look around, front and back, got the balcony there as well. And there's our sort of front coming together. So next up, bag 11, we're going to start building another level that goes on to this part here. And we also get to do the singer from the jazz club. So, let's see if we can find our jazz singer. I think we probably need another bag 11 somewhere. Yep. This one. So there's a large piece of hair there, nice rounded face there, and just need her dress. Yep, it's right in front of me. So there's our dress piece there. She's, oh, it's going to zoom out. So there's a dress. It's black with these gold details on the front and the back. You then have a similar print there for her torso. She's of course got a big. It's got two printed faces. You've got a sort of a laughing face and a big smiling face. Got a laughing face on, and then she has this large hair here, looking the part. And then she's got a microphone, of course, in her hands. See if we can find that. So there's our singer there, ready to go. While we're here, I'm just going to stick the tailor into his shop. Right, so do the there's a note here as well. The singer is nearly ready for tonight's show. She has picked up her dress from the tailor, had a bite to eat at the pizzeria, checked in with her manager, and now she's warming up in the dressing room. So what we're going to build now is obviously the dressing room area of the jazz club. So it's going to be the next level that sits on top of what we've just built. So to kick us off, we got this 6x2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 plate. We're going to get a 4x10 plate. Connect it with a 1 stud overhang like this. Then we're going to add a 2x16, it looks like, plate right across this side here. Then we'll add another one of these tan coloured plates into the middle, and then again another one of these 4x, yes, right, slightly shorter one, just onto the end like this. We flip this over, then add a black plate into the middle to connect these two plates in the centre together, make it more secure. And then if we come back over to the other side, we're going to add some more tiles up here. So we add a 2x4 plate into this top corner. It says easier said than done, and then a 1x6 tan plate then underneath. So we get a one stud overhang here. With that in place, we had another one of these 4x, is it 10? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 plates down there. We also have a 4x6. It's going to connect in one stud overhang there. We also have one of these 1x8 black plates, and in the corner here we're going to have an 8x8 plate to finish this off. So it looks like this. Then we're going to add some more tan plates. We've got two of these large 1x14s and a corner plate. Oh, I'll tell you what I missed there. We'll back up. Take that off. Move that over by one here. I missed a 1x2 plate as well. It goes in this bit here. My bad. Then we put the corner plate on here. Run this long plate all the way across here, and also on this side, like that. Then we're going to add 2x14 plate, one stud over here right across, and a 2x3 over in this corner. Then we're going to get three 3x3 plates. One goes here, another two here and over here. Then we've got this large 3x4 sloped black brick. It's going to go there, and we also get a 2x3 same brick, and that goes just next to it, just there. Put that to the side a moment. We get another one, another 3 by 4. You can add a 1 by 6 onto the ends with a 1 stud overhang there. Add another one to that, and another 1 by 6 to that, and then another one. These slate bricks. We'll add that then to here to continue this piece all the way down here, like so. Then we're going to add some red bricks for some walls. So we've got 4 1 by 4s, we have a 1 by 3, a 1 by 4 plate, and we have a 1 by 2 brick. Start with the 1 by 4s here. We're going to put 4 of these in across this side. 4, and then a 1 by 2 to finish this off. Then our 1 by 3 is down this end, and our 1 by 4 plate goes on next. Then we put another 1 by 4 plate on, and also a 1 by 4 brick and a 1 by 6 plate. 2 stud overhang connection there, and that's going to go in here just to finish off the connection of our ground level. Then we have a 1 by 4 and a 1 by 3 brick in red. 1 by 3 goes on 1 by 4 just to secure that connection across here. Then we get a plate in 1 by 6 dark red, and a 1 by 3 goes on top. Then we put a 1 by 6 on top, and a 1 by 3 into the base. So we've got 2 lots of plates stuck together there. We also get a couple of 1 by 2 plates in dark red, stick them together. They're going to go in there, and then this long plate we created will go across here to give us the wall of the corridor. Then we get another 4 1 by 2 plates in dark red. We also get 2 by 6 and a couple of 1 by 2. So our 1 by 2 tiles go each end of our 2 by 6. These are going to go into the middle here. It's a similar pattern to what we did earlier on the front of the lower level. Then we stick a couple of 1 by 2 plates together in dark red. They go either side of it. It's the main window area. And then, like we did last time, we're going to stick a couple of upward facing dark red brackets either side. And then at this side we're going to get some dark bluish grey 1 by 2 tiles. That's kind of what we've got so far. We're going to get a couple of 2 by 6 bricks. Yeah, Brandy, going to try and finish this today if I can. And try and do another hour or so. Hopefully I can get it done, but we'll see. A couple of 2 by 2 modifiers. We'll start on the side. A couple of 1 by 6 plates. A couple of 2 by 2 plates, and a couple of 1 by 2 plates. So we start with the 1 by 2 plates and stick them into the back of the 2 by 2 modified there. Do 2 of these at the same time. Then stick the 2 by 2 light bluish grey plates on top. That goes into the middle of our 2 by 6 bricks. So we've got 2 studs each side, and then we stick a 1 by 6 plate into the bottom. So we've got 2 of those. Those of course then stick into the gaps either side of the main window, and then we stick some 1 by 2 bricks either side of our central plated area like this. Get another 3 1 by 2 bricks coming in here and here. One going at the back just to build out that section. Then we've got 2 earling bricks, and we've also got a 1 by 1 brick as well, normal one. 1 by 1 goes at the back of this bracket, and then our earling bricks of course go either side of our main area over here. You're then going to get 9 telescope pieces in reddish brown. These are going to form the banister for our staircase over here. So we get 3 next to each other here. Then we stick 6 down this gap here. There's our sort of banister of the staircase. Cover that banister. We're going to stick a 1x2 reddish brown tile here. Then we have a macaroni one going around to give us the curve. Another 1x2, and then a 1x3 tile going on top like this. Add some more wall detail now, so we need 8 of these 1x4s, 4 1x2s, and we've got 2 Erling bricks as well. So the Erling bricks can go on each end of this wall. I'm going to run our 1x4s then right across this wall. Finish off with a 1x2 going inwards. Then our middle wall here is going to have a 1x2, 1x4, another 1x4. Then we're going to start with a 1x2 on this wall, a couple of 1x4s and another 1x2. This wall's building up. Then we're going to do the same pattern we did on the windows before. So we get these 1x2s with the bars in the middle facing outwards. Do this on both sides. And then we're going to add a 1x2 tile each side of the window. Like this. There's our windows forming at the front. Then we'll put this to the side a moment. I'm going to put some detail in the room. So of course this is the dressing room, so we'll need a music stand for the singer to practice her song. So we start with a 2x2 round with studs, stick a cone on it, and the Technic claw in black goes into the top of the cone. We'll then add a 1x2 with a handle, clips in like this, downward facing with the studs, and then we get a 1x2 with a clip, and we have a printed tile 2x2 with some music sheets on. We'll stick 2 of our 1x2 with our clips, and then we'll stick that into our handle piece. So we end up with a music stand that looks like this. That's going to go inside our room over here in the corner to practice singing. Then we've got a medium nugget 2x2 tile. It's going to go here, and we have a small shallow crate goes just below the window over there. Next up, we're going to build a sofa that's going to go in the middle here so that our singer can relax when she's not singing. It's quite a cool one. So a 2x6 medium nugget plate. We're going to stick a nice bright yellow 1x6 tile at the back, a yellow 1x2 plate in the middle, a couple of medium nugget 1x2 tiles here. Then we've got one of these 1x2 by 2 or 1/3 really. The studs all the way around. That's going to then go into that plate we stuck in. Put that to the side. We will then build 2 of these, which will get 2 1x2 yellow plates together, stuck together. Into that we'll stick one of these sort of bracket pieces, like that. Then we've got some downward facing dark blue brackets go on top. Then we've got these 1x2 with these loops on. These go on top next to each other. sort of arms of the chair. Then we get a medium nugget tile to cover the studs up. And if we bring back in the base of this chair, we stick one on that side. And one on this side. The bottom. So we end up with something like this. Then we're going to add, is that right? You look at something, you think it doesn't look quite right. Nope, it's not right. I was going to say, that doesn't make sense. Get my orientation the right way round. Stick them like that, that's better. Got more room now for people to sit on the sofa. At the front we're going to add another 1x6 tile just to cover up the details. Then we've got these double cheese wedges in blue. Ooh. And we're going to push in to our bracket pieces, a bit like cushions in each corner. And then into these holes we're going to stick a Technic pin with a stud on the top in red and cover that up with a yellow 1x1 round tile. So there's our nice sofa that our singer can relax on. That's going to go over this tile just next to the sheet music. So there she goes, she can relax there. And to finish this off here, we're going to put a little flower in. So we've got a 1x1 round with a pin on. Stick a cone in that in this blue colour. Then we've got a leaf in green, and then the shoot goes in to the top there. And that goes in the corridor, think about there. Just to finish us off for this bag. So that's into bag 11. Bag 12 next. As I said, there's 15 bags, so we're doing okay for the time, I think. So next up we've got to build a lot of walling for this bag. So we have a couple of corner bricks. We've got 7 1x4s in dark red. 4, 5, 6, 7. We have a 1x3 and we have a 1x2 brick. So our corner brick is going behind the music here. Then we have a 1x2 brick. Then we have 3 1x4s. 1, 2, 3. In the middle here we've got a corner brick in and a couple of 1x4s. Over this side we stick a 1x3 in and a couple of 1x4s again. Oh, that's just raising up the walls a little bit. Then at the windows we're going to get 4 upward facing brackets. And also 4 1x2 plates. Stick the 1x2 plates, one of them into the back of each of these brackets. So we'll do that for all 4. And as usual, these brackets are going to go. Just check. Did I miss a? I did them the wrong way around. Go into the bottom of the bracket, not the backs of the bracket. Let's try that bit again. So those two go there, and then this one goes there. Another one goes on the other side of the window as well. So you put these in the right place as well, isn't it? What's going on? One stud out on this side. And then our bracket goes on this side as well. So there's our brackets in place. And then we've got to get another two more brackets, outward facing ones. They also have a couple of 1x1 plates and a couple of 1x2 plates. So both have the 1x2 plates put into the bottom. Then we stick the 1x1 in the back on one side that goes on this side of our build, and then the other one goes on this side to level up. So we end up with a leveled part of the walls on each side. Then we've got some more walls to add in. So we've got 9 1x4s this time. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A couple of corner bricks. A couple of 1x2 bricks. And a 1x1. And then we start this end, we stick a 1x2 brick in down this side, and then we're going to stick some 1x4s, 4 of these down this side. 4. We have a corner brick goes in this side. Another one on this side. And a 1x1, 2 1x4s and a 1x2 at the ends, and then we stick the last 3 1x4s just down this wall over that side. Then we got 4 Erling bricks again to go across the front. Erling bricks just in there. Four more 1x2 plates. A couple of 1x1s as well. 1x1s go each end on each side of our Erling bricks. And then the 1x2s just go into the middle section. Level up the brackets. Then we're going to add some light bluish grey bits in. So we've got 3 these 1x10s. We have a 1x4. We have a corner 2x2. A couple of 1x1s. A couple of 1x2 upward facing brackets. And 4 of the larger upward facing brackets. So the larger upward facing brackets go at the front windows, even on this side and on this side. Then our smaller ones go on the inside here. Then we have our corner plate goes at the back this side. Then one of our long plates goes on. Another one goes into our middle wall. So our other 1x1 goes on. Another long one there. 1x4 goes this side. And another 1x1 goes on the end. And again we have another row of dark red bricks. So we've got 6 1x4s, a couple of 1x3s, 4 1x2s, a normal 1x1, 4 more Erling bricks, some of these 1x1 are thirds, 1 and 2, a couple of 1x1 plates. So we add the 1x1 plates to our 1x1 1/3 bricks. Just do that first. Then of course our Erling bricks go on. They go across the front on each side of these windows. We also have a couple of corner bricks here. One goes on this side, another on this side. 1x2 goes in here. Then we've got 1x4, 1x4, and our 1x1 goes in the middle. And over on this longer wall, a 1x4, then a 1x3. And one of the ones we've made earlier, the 1x2 goes in, and our other one, and a 1x2, 1x3, and 1x2 at the back. Then over this side we just stick all of our remaining 1x4s on. Next up we've got some more plates. We've got some corner plates here in dark red, a couple of downward facing brackets in dark red, and a couple of 1x2 plates in dark red. 1x2 plates go each end, and then our corner plates go in the middle, followed by downward facing bracket facing inwards here on this window area there. Then we've got our 2x2 light bluish grey jumper tiles. Got 8 of these to go in. Again, like we did on the downstairs, these go on the inside of the window frames. Those in place like we did last time, we get 4 1x4 black tiles. They're going to go on those jumper studs that are showing through inside of the window. Hey Andrew Pearl, welcome to the stream, hope you're well. Add these in on this side. Try not to throw it around the room. So those are on the inside now of the windows. So then we'll do the stained glass windows again. So like we did last time, a couple of 1x2 plates, the trans blue 1x1 plates, and a yellow one that goes next to each other. Like this, and then we're going to add a 1x1 blue brick and a pink brick. Our next level of stained glass window. Then we've got pink and yellow bricks, 1x1s. Then we finish off with another set of 1x1 plates in blue and yellow. And then these windows get topped off with a 1x2 black plate. So now they're done. Back in our windows, and they're going to go in like we did down in the other level. Just go in either side. Either side like that. With those in place, we're going to put the jumper tiles now on the inside of this large window area here. This time we get 4 2x2 jumper tiles, and we get a couple of 1x1 tiles, and we also get these cutaway tiles. First off, we stick 2 of the jumpers into the bottom area on each side. And then we stick the cutaway tile in next, and then the one by one goes in the middle there, so you end up that on that side. Repeat that on the other side. That's that ready. And then we get some 1x6 like those grey tiles, and they go into our jumper tiles like that, and like that on that side. So they're all ready, so we put that to the side. Next up, we're going to build the sort of, what's it called, makeup table and the mirror that's going to go ready for our singer to get ready. So we start with a 6x6 reddish brown plate, and then we start to stick on some medium nugget jumper tiles. These go all around, which will give us the scene to stick some lights on, of course, because all of the mirrors for stars have these lights all the way around. So now we've got all those, we get a special 2x4 silver tile, which is similar to one we saw in the rocket ships. They go on there for our mirror. Then underneath our mirror, we're going to stick these 1x2s with clips on each side. In the middle, we'll stick a 2x3 medium nugget tile, and then we have a corner tile plate, sorry, another corner plate in medium nuggets. That's the base for our dressing table. On the clip, we're going to add this nice blue hairbrush going across, and then on all these jumper tiles, we're going to add these 1x1 trans yellow tiles to give us that effect of the light bulbs all the way around the mirror. Then with that done, we get a 1x6 brick in medium nugget, stick that right across the middle here, and underneath here we've got these brackets again. We're going to stick either side. Then into those we're going to get 2 1x2s plates, stick them together, do that twice, and then that's going to go into the gap between the bracket and the front of our dressing table. Then on the fronts, to make it look like a dressing table, we're going to stick a 2x2 jumper tile on each side, and then one in the middle, so these are like drawer handles and cupboards. And then into the bottom here we're going to stick a 2x2 reddish brown plate for the legs of the dressing table. It says our stars dressing table. We bring this back in. This is going to be positioned on this wall over here. 2 studs in on the side. So there's our wall. Not the music stand flying. Put the music stand back first. There's our dressing table ready to go for our music artist. There's a note here that says, before you take to the stage, take a few minutes at the makeup table to be sure you're looking your best under the bright lights. And of course you need a chair to sit at the makeup table, so we've got this red chair, 2x2 black plate, and that just sits in front, hopefully, of our dressing table there to finish off the look. Next up, of course, along the back here we've got this roof. We haven't put anything in yet, so we're going to have to build a series of columns. So we start with some 1x3 in red bricks, 3 of them stuck together. Then we stick a light bluish grey one and another one, and then we're going to do some 1x1s. So 3 of these get stuck together. 1x1 plate, and then another 1x1 brick. And then we also do some 1x2s, again 3 of these stuck together, 1x2 plate, and another one. And what we do is we start this end with our 1x2 one, then we leave 4 studs for the windows, stick our 1x3 in, another 4 for more windows, and stick our 1x1 into the back. It's looking like this at the moment. To fill that gap, we've got 3 of these windows, and we'll stick the inserts in. And then these just go into the gaps we left when we just built these columns. Back, back ends up looking like this at the moment. I'll get another bag. To actually get through all of that without. That's weird. That's bag 12, right? So at this point, it hasn't asked me to open bag 13, sorry. It says continue on, but I'm lacking the pieces, which is weird. So let's see if the pieces are in bag 13. I've got to add some more plates to these windows yet, but they weren't in the. I ran out of pieces in that bag. It's not happened before. Maybe they're in this bag. Maybe it's a typo. So, bag 13 of 15. So we're nearly there for today and for the whole set. And so they did screw up this next bit. We put 2 1x3 plates together, a couple of 1x2 plates together, a couple of 1x1 plates together, and then a couple of corner plates together. Seems to have the parts, so it probably is just a mess up in the instructions. The corner ones go here, 1x1's on here, 1x3's there, and 1x2's there. And then to finish us off, we've got 6 of these smaller black windows. Just the inserts in here. And one more. And then these are all going to go on top of our existing window frame in pairs. Oh, this one there. Come back to that. This finishes off the back windows. So then our windows at the back are looking like this. So that would technically be the end of bag 12, and bag 13 should now be starting, but of course it's already started, which is weird. But we're going to do the magician now. So, female magician. She's also got a rabbit, which is cool. So, of course, the magician is dressed in black, plain black legs. You've got a bit of a suit going on here, printed on the front and back. She's got a nice smiled face, only printed on the front. Blonde hair. She has a top hat as well, which we'll do in a minute, but there she is with her rabbit. In the top hat we actually stick a 1x1 round with a hole in it. We're going to stick a flower in it like this, and then we're going to stick some red flowers. So she's pulling some flowers out of her hat. Of course, these are just props that we can position her on the stage if you want. She's also got an inverted yellow curved piece and a green piece, and I'm guessing these are probably handkerchiefs that she's pulling out, and I might be wrong. Do you reckon that is? I reckon that's a handkerchief. Would it be? Yeah, I think so. So those are the that's the next minifigure with the magician going on, so we'll stick her to the side as well with the singer. Bring back in our next part. So for this we're going to get a nice long 1x14 piece, one of these and a 1x1. Go right across the back here with these windows to secure these in place with these plates. And that right across there now, so the windows are a bit more secure. Then we're going to add in a door. So we've got 2 door frames, reddish brown doors, 2 golden door handles again. Let's put the doors in first. One door goes over here, which is probably going to lead to the greenhouse, I would guess, for the chef, and then this one is the dressing room door as well there. While we're here, we're going to add another layer of wall bricks as well. 3 1x4s, a couple of 1x6s in dark red as always. A corner brick, a 1x2, a 1x1. We need 3 of these 1x1s. So our 1x1 goes here, then we've got a 1x4, and we stick a 1x6 in. Over this side we'll stick our corner brick in the middle, a 1x1. We then stick a 1x4 on this side, and a 1x1. So we leave a 2 stud gap here just above the dressing table. And over this side we'll stick a 1x4, 1x2 and a 1x6 in. Next up we're going to add some more windows. So we've got a couple of these smaller windows, a couple of large windows. Got the inserts of course. We'll stick these into a 1x4 plate in light bluish grey. So we start with the larger windows first. And stick our 1x2s on top. Then we'll top these with a 1x4 in black plate. So there's our window there. It's going to be the main window front here. Could be a bit dangerous if the singer or the magician were getting changed in the windows, because you can see right through them. But I'm sure that sort of thing doesn't go on in the Lego world. Then we got a couple of 2x4 plates, a couple of 2x2 modified with studs on the side, a couple of 1x2 plates, and a couple of 1x1 plates. So for each we start with a 1x1 in this top right hand corner, or in the top left hand corner. Then we're going to put our 2x2s modified with studs on the side in, and then we are going to stick them above our windows. 1x2 goes on the end here and on the end this side. So it's the start of the window frames at the front. To skew them up a bit more, we're going to get 4 1x2 plates. We'll also get a couple of corner ones. Corner ones go in the middle area here, near our black window. Then we've got our 1x2s going on across here as well. Then we're going to add some more bricks. So we've got 3 1x6 bricks. We've got 8 1x4 bricks, 3 1x3 bricks, and 3 1x2 bricks. Start with a 1x4 down here, and then another one, and a 1x3 and a 1x6. Does this wall. Then going across the back, we've got a 1x4, another 1x4, 1x3, then a 1x2 which goes inwards to connect to our door frame, which we then put a couple of 1x4s in this middle bit here as well. Then we've got a 1x2, 2 of these, continue that, 1x6 across the back, then a 1x4 on the door, 1x3, and then our 1x6 goes right across there. So that's coming along. Next up we get a 1x2 with studs on the side, another 1x2 plate. We've got 6 1x2 bricks, a couple of corner bricks, and a couple of 1x4 bricks. With this 1x2 with studs on the side, we stick a plate into the bottom that goes in the middle of our main window at the front like this. Either side of that we stick some 1x2 bricks. Then our corner bricks go on either side. Then a 1x4 brick, and these are all different levels at the moment. And then at the front we stick some 1x2 bricks in. So we've got something that looks like this at the moment at the front. Then we have this large curved piece here. We're going to use that, and we're going to use 2 1x2 plates in dark red. Plates go into the middle of our front windows just to level up these studs here, and then our big curved piece is going to stick into this side piece, and that's going to go right across here, give us this nice curved top to this large window at the top. Then we're going to add some plates to level us up. So we've got a couple of 1x6s, a couple of corner plates in light bluish grey, and a couple of 1x2 plates. 1x6s run across the front of the windows. Then we've got our corner plates, and then our 1x2s just into this main window piece at the front. We're all levelled up now. We're going to add a little ladder now as well, so we get a 1x2 with a single clip on plate version, then we stick a 1x2 brick, then we have another 1x2 plate on top, and another one of these 1x2s with clips. Into that we're going to stick a 3-length rod in the middle, and then stick a ladder piece into that. So it gives us, and clip that in there like that. So we've got this little, almost say, fire escape type piece. It can give us access to the roof if we need to in an emergency. So that's that all done. Now we're going to add the tiles to the top of all of these studs here to cover them up. So for that we're going to need 2 of these 2x6 dark bluish grey ones. We have got 2 2x4 dark bluish grey tiles. We have got 3 1x4 modified tiles, 5 1x8 tiles, 3 corner tiles, a couple of 1x2 tiles, and I think that's it. So to start us off then, our 2x6s go across the front of each window here. Then our 2x4s go on the middle window here, so window will look like that. And we have a 1x4 modified that goes on here and on the other side, mirroring it. Then again mirroring it, so 1x2 tile on each side and a 1x8 on each side. Corner tile goes in there, and also corner of each of these. 1x8s go right across the back. Another one in there, and then our last modified one goes in there. So there's all of our tiles now to finish our standard level of a modular off. We're not done yet. We've got some studs here which we need to hang an art piece on. Again, there's a note here that says this painting of the blues was sold just down the street in the art gallery in the boutique hotel. So if you remember last year, the boutique hotel at the art gallery, this is where this came from. So start with a 4x4 black plate. We're going to stick a purple grill piece at the top. We have a blue cutaway piece tile that goes on next. Then we have different shades or the same shade? I want to say same shade, I think, of blue that goes on the end of each of these cutaways, and then we've got these quarter tiles that go round. Actually making a music note, as you can see. It's very apt for the dressing room. Our music note is there complete. That's our art piece. It's going to go hang above our sofa. You can see the music note hanging there as a nice piece of artwork. And then of course at the front here we haven't put any of the details around our windows. So for this we're going to need 4 of these semicircle pieces, 2 of which are going to get the quarter tile again like we did on the lower windows, which is going to go above the windows. Then on the other ones we're going to go underneath the windows, and they're going to get these more semicircle type patterns instead. So let's just put these in place to start with. So above the window we've got these semicircles with the quarter tiles. Might need to tidy these up, and then underneath, oh no, thrown it back. Have to look for that afterwards. I think that's well and truly gone into my display. And then we've got this piece underneath to give us the total look of the window. And then we're going to get 12 reddish brown 1x1 tiles, and these are going to fill in the gaps we have in the early bricks. Still not sure about these brown ones. Interested to see if anyone's used a different colour. Even grey might have been nicer than these reddish brown ones. I'll have to add the second piece once I find it later on after the stream. It's a bit annoying. And then to finish us off, we've got another flower. So we've got another one of these medium nugget pieces. We're going to stick a leaf in it, and this time we've got a green bar with a stud on the ends, and we have a different flower. So we have one of these more sort of daisy type flowers that's going to go on this windowsill and on this windowsill on the other side. Still not done yet. We also get a 1x4 tile. We're going to stick 4 cones into the bottom of it, and this is going to add detail in our main window in the center. It's going to go in this centerpiece here, there, and that's it for that bag. So this is actually that for this level. So just go to the wide one so you can see it. So now we've got this all done. This one can go on top here. So that's now built up. So all we've got to do now is this section here where we're going to have the greenhouse for the chef to grow his pizza parts. And you can just sort of rotate it around so you can get an idea of what this looks like at the back. And then at the front. And what we'll probably do is we'll probably put the singer up here as well, so she's in there. Right, so let's go back to the last couple of bags. Bag 14 and 15, and we're going to do the roof now, the flat roof. That's going to go on top of the dressing room that we just did. And then we'll finish on bag 15, which is going to do the roof on top, I think, of the pizza place. I think that's the right way around. Lots of bricks on this one, including the printed Jazz Club sign as well. So we can put that on the front soon as well. Right, so to start us off on this one, we get a 6x14, I think. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. In the bottom here, we're going to add a 2x8. It's going to be a 1 stud overlap there all the way around. Then we'll rotate that round and we'll get a 2x12 tan piece. We'll add another equivalent of these 6x14 across. Then we're going to add some more 2x8s around this side and this side. We'll add another one onto each side. And we've got a 2x6 in tan that goes on. Then we actually put a corner plate, then a 1x2 plate, and then we'll do another corner plate. So there's our 2 corner plates. Then we just need to, if I can find it, tan coloured 1x2 going in there. Then we need a 2x6 in light blue grey. That's going to go across here. 6x8 plate. It's going to go across here. And then we're going to add another set of 2x8s. The base of our roof area. Now with this sort of lip all the way around, we need to level it off. So we get 3 of these larger plates. We also need a couple of 1x4 plates, a couple of 1x3 plates. Where are you? Need a yellow one while we're there. There's a 1x3 plates. So to start us off, we'll start with a 1x3 plate up here and one of our longer ones. Pick the pattern on this side. Longer one, 1x3. Our yellow one goes on the inside here to level it off. And we've got the longer one and a couple of 1x4s just to level all the edges off. Then with that done, we're going to put some slate bricks in. So we've got 4 of these 2x4 slate bricks, and we also have 1 2x2 slate brick. Where are you? There it is. So then we're going to add this across the back. So 2 of the 2x4s together, then a 2x2, and a couple of 2x4s. So they run the full length round here. Then we need 3 1x8 and a 1x4. And these 1x8s across, and a 1x4, and another one just across this way. Then we've got some panel pieces, so we've got 2 of these black corner panel pieces, and a 1x3. 1x3 panel piece goes on the outside here, and then the 2 black pieces go there and there. Then we've got another 2 1x8 bricks, a couple of corner bricks. Corner bricks, of course, go each end. And we run these right across. Then we'll put that sort of to the side for a moment. And we get a tan 1x6 plate. In the middle of that we're going to stick a light bluish grey 1x2 grill piece. A couple of corner plates go above that either side in white. And then also off this way as well in white. Then we're going to add some 1x1 rounds in red to each side here. And then we get a blue 1x1 round with a pin on it. It goes just on the inside there and there. We then stick this 5 studs in on the side, so it's in the middle, and that sticks into the middle. It's probably going to help us stick the jazz club sign on, I guess. Then we're going to add this blue 1x8 plate right across the back, and then another couple of 1x1 round red plates go 1 stud off over the side here. Let's put that to the side. We get a 1x8 with the slider on, and a Technic brick with a hole in it, which we'll stick a Technic pin in with a stud on. That goes into the middle. Then either side of this we're going to add some 1x2 bricks with the grooves in the middle. 2 either side of the Technic brick, groove facing this way, and then another 2 sideways. Like this. And if we bring this back in, that's going to then clip into the gap there like that. Then we need another 1x4 in yellow, a couple of 2x3s, and a 1x4 modified somewhere with the 2 stars. There it is. That goes in the middle. Then our 2x3s go either side of it, and our yellow goes into the middle of this centerpiece here. Then we'll put that to the side, and we've got to build 2 of these next things together. So 2 plates in 2x4. We're going to add 2 2x3s vertically across on each of these. Then we do another 2x4 going across. There's 1, here's 2, then a couple of corner plates 2x2 inward facing there, and also on this side. Then we stick a 1x2 plate in the middle there, and then in the front we stick a 1x2 with the 2 studs facing out. There's 1, there's 2, that goes on the indent here just in front of that plate. And then we've got a couple of downward facing brackets which go then either side like this. We'll end up with something that looks like that. Do that again. There's the last one. Then with those built, if we bring this back in, these are actually not quite finished yet. And on the side studs here, which I didn't see because the light is bouncing on my paper, is sticks some 1x2 plates at the back. And then in the front we stick some 1x2s with sliders on that side, on the other. Do that again for the other one. And then on the ends here we're going to stick some tiles on, so we get a corner 1x2 goes on there, and then we have a cutaway one, faces upwards like this. Just repeat that on the other side. And then on this one. So with those done, bring these back in. This is going to clip into the gaps we've got here and on this side. So now the front sticks out a little bit like this. Then we get a couple of 2x6 bricks. They're going to go in this gap we have at the back here to secure these pieces on. We then get another 1x2 plate, and this time we stick some black 1x1s with clips on to each side, and then we stick a grill piece on top of that, turn it upside down, and then that's going to fit into this gap here with these pin pieces. It's going to be secure now. With that in place, we get 4 corner plates, and these stick in this fashion just behind our raised areas here. Then we get a couple of 2x2 plates. There's one. We need a couple of 2x2 rounds with studs as well, and a couple of 1x3 plates. We stick the 2x2 plates on top here in the middle, and our 1x3s go in this centerpiece here. Continue our corner bricks covering up this centerpiece, and then these 2x2 rounds with studs on go on these studs at the front, like that. Next up, we get 4 of these like semicircle bricks. We also have 3 1x1 tiles. Somewhere. There it is. And then 4 of these smaller full semicircles tiles. And on the front here, we're going to stick the 1x1 tiles on in a diamond formation, each of these round areas, and also on this centre piece like this. Then our half semicircle type pieces either side of our raised area like this, and then these little 4 semicircles just go either side here. Just go on like that. Then we've got 2 mud guards that we need. We also need some of these pieces, hinge pieces. Need it. Where's that hinge? There it is. So you put these hinge pieces together first off. You're going to sit with these semicircle pieces that we just stuck in, push down to the semicircle pieces to give us an angle like this. Then our mud guards are going to go in the middle here to give us a look over our diamonds that we just added. Look like this. Then we've got a couple of double cheese wedges. We have a couple more 2x2 rounds with studs. Then we also have these vented pieces sloped. Our 2x2 rounds go on top of the mud guards. We just added. Our double cheese wedges go just inside our hinge pieces, and then our vented pieces go just in front of the hinge. So we end up with something like that at the front. Then we're going to need another mud guard. We also need a grill piece. We need a couple of 1x1 rounds with pins and a couple of 2x4 tiles. We get the mud guard and we're going to stick the grill piece on first. That's going to go upside down and it's going to go into this upward facing plate. We'll also stick these pins on top of our area there, and then we'll add these tiles side to side on our hinge, so we get something that looks like this at the top. Next up we get a cone piece and we stick a 3-length rod into the bottom of that. Then we get somewhere a rocket piece again, slide that onto the rod. Onto that we stick a 2x2 round plate like this. That goes upside down into our mud guard. Gives us the top cone piece like that. Quite effective. Then over here we're going to add the door, which you can use to get to the actual roof. So we start with a 1x4 length plate. We're going to stick 4 Erling bricks sideways into the bottom of that. Then into that we're going to add this window frame. To the window frame we have this garage door type flap. It's going to be the hatch into the roof. Ooh, it says the right way. Yep, I think it is. There's our hatch into the roof, and on top of that we're going to stick another 2 Erling bricks sideways into the centre 2 studs at the top. That's then going to connect in above the hole here. So this is the hatch you can use to access the roof. Now we're going to sort of tile all this area. So we've got a couple of reddish blue 2x2 modified, a couple of 2x4s, we've got 11 1x6s, five 1x4 tiles, a couple of 1x2s and a cool water tile. So the quarter tile is going to go just into this area here where we've got the door. I'm going to rotate this round so get it wrong. Then a 1x4 tile, 1x6 here. Stick another 1x4 on this side to cover up the gap we had. Then we have a 2x4 on this side, 2x4 on this side. Then our 1x6s on this side. Stick those in, then got a 1x2 here, 1x2 this side, 1x4 there, 1x6 goes across here, and this one. And then across the back, a couple of 1x4s in the middle, and a 1x6, and then we'll stick a couple of 1x6 tiles along here. Then these brown 2x2s go just in front of our hatch there as well. So we've covered all that up with tiling on the roof. And we're going to put a squirrel's nest, which is quite a cool touch. So we get a couple of we get a 2x2 round, we get an orange coloured leaf, two of these, go opposite sides. Then we've got some yellow leaves. Then we stick another 2x2 on top. And then we can stick our squirrel. There we go, there's all like that. There's our little sort of squirrels. Was it a holt? I think you call it a squirrel's nest. He's going to be living up on top of the roof at the back there. So that's the end of this roof. So it's going to go on top of the dressing room, as I said. So there's the dressing room. That's a wide camera. And then this is going to go. Hopefully. These roof areas. There we go. So that's the roof all done on top there. So now we've just got to do this side, and also the Jazz Club sign goes out front. So for the Jazz Club sign that we're going to add in, we'll start with a 2x10 plate. We're going to add a 1x2 handle plate in black onto the end of that, and add a curved 2x2 onto that to secure that into position. Then we get a 1x2 with a handle piece, bar, sorry, goes actually one stud gap behind that. Then we're going to add these 1x4 fence pieces, two lots of these going up here. Then we add a 2x3 plate and another 1x2 with a bar going across it up there, so we end up with something looking like this. Then we get these inverted curved pieces. We're going to add a plate with a 1x2 plate with a handle on there, then a 2x2 on top, and then a 2x4 going across the lot there. We flip this over, and this then goes on the inside here like this to form this kind of shape. Meanwhile, if we flip back over, we're going to get two bright orange, light bright orange hot dogs and some of these robot arms or skeleton arms. Stick one at the top like this. These probably need filling a little bit about with, but the other one will go at the bottom like that. It gives us the round. The Lego sausage has proven to be an incredibly useful element. It has appeared in 9 colours in a dozen of the Lego sets. Dozens of Lego sets. Then with that done, we'll put that to the side, and this time we'll get this orange 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 plate. We're going to add these 1x2s with the bars on either end in this light bright orange. Stick a 2x2 plate in the middle, then another one there, another one this end, and we'll stick some more of these 1x2s with bars on the side to give us this edge for the sign. I'm going to say the Jazz Club. Then with that in place, we've got these printed tiles, of course, as the Jazz Club, which go onto it like that. If we bring back in our piece here, we're going to add that to the studs there at the front, and then what we can do is we can adjust this sausage piece to line up to give us that appearance of a curved sign, which looks quite cool. So then if we come back, and we'll go to the wide camera here, but there's a couple of clips here. If we go to the wide, I'm going to attach these handle pieces to these clips here at the front, which then gives us that Jazz Club sign that's now sat at the front of the club, just in front of the windows, and that says the delivery driver is happy to bring pizza anywhere around town. Don't be surprised if he's a bit late though. He loves to listen to the Jazz Club shows and it can be hard to drag him away. And with that, we're going to open bag 15 and do the delivery, pizza delivery guy. And this is our what do I have? A 1x4 reddish brown left over. Where did I miss that? Goes on as a step on the roof. Right, so last bag then. This is our final part of this set, and then we'll be done for today. Did quite well. 10 bags, 10 sets of bags in today's string. So first, of course, the pizza guy needs a way to deliver the pizzas, so he's got a little green moped. On the moped, we're going to stick a light, of course, for safety consciousness. It's got a little trans yellow piece. We have a light bluish grey jumper tile, if I can find it. There it is. Goes on as the seat. And of course we need the wheels. They're already rolled away. Somewhere. Do the handlebars, as I've just found those. Handlebars go on there. Also need this kickstand as well. Also doubles as a bucket handle. It goes in the bottom, and then the wheels. Where are the wheels? There's the wheels. One there. There's the other one. There's our little moped, and of course we have a printed tile of a pizza box, of course, because he's got to deliver these pizzas. So that in there. So there's the delivery moped, and then the driver that sits on top is going to be in green. Also has red legs, a green jacket, big smiley face, of course, because he's got welcome to customers, and this spiky medium nugget hair going on. He does have a helmet, of course, safety conscious. Need the visor for it. Where's the visor? Smallest trans clear piece ever. And there it is. So I just stick the visor on the helmet. So there he is, so he can get ready to go and deliver the pizza on his moped. So that's our last minifigure, I think, of this set. Now let's build the greenhouse roof. So we start with a 6x14, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, so 8, 6x12. We're going to stick a 1x8 with a 2 stud gap each end over here. And we've got a 2x8 tan brick that is on the opposite side with a 1 stud overhang. We'll then add another plate, so 4x12 onto that to give us a bit more length. And then with this in place, we're going to add some white plates. So start off with this one. And we have this one. And we stick a 1x there and then a 2x over this side. Then we can flip it over and then we've got this sort of edge all the way around. Is that right? Yeah. With that in place, then we're going to also add a grey plate here, just so we've got a 1 stud edge of white all the way around. 1x3 there. So that's our sort of base. Now we can start to build up some of the walls. So we start with a 1x2 in white here. Then we're going to have a 1x4. So we'll leave a 2 stud gap here. Stick a 1x4 in. Then we have our corner brick. Have a medium nugget 1x4 there. Then a 1x8 in white. That's the start of this. Then we've got 3 1x2 jumper tiles. They're going to go down this side. 1 stud gap there, 2 stud gap, and another 2 stud gap. Then we have another 1x4 medium nugget brick that goes next to the other one. Then we put a 1x1 white plate next to that. And we have a cheese wedge in dark bluish grey, 2 studs down from that there. Then we're going to get 3 1x8 black tiles. You're going to run down here, across here, down there. This end we'll put another cheese wedge at the end, and then in the middle we've got some 2x3 reddish brown tiles that go in as it's gives a sense of mud. So our greenhouse goes in just like that. Then we get two, if I can find them, a couple of 1x2 white plates, pair them up. There's the other two here. Probably right in front of me, can't see it. There it is, inside the umbrella. So stick those two together. Then on top of those, stick an upward facing bracket as well. So these two go into the gaps that we created earlier on our wall, here and here, like this. Next up, we're going to run 2 more longer plates and a 1x1 plate. So these go across the wall that we've already put in place, all the way across here and all the way down this one, with the 1x1 going on the end. Then we've got another couple of 1x1 plates in white. and a couple of 1x1 rounds with pins on in white again. The 1x1 rounds with pins go into these jumper tiles upside down, and then our 1x1 plates go into each corner on this side. So we end up with this at the front, this sort of pattern here. Then we've got 6 of these corner architecture type pieces. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then these go in between our front section here, creating this sort of European, I suppose Italian, Mediterranean feel to it. So that's the front looking there. And then on top of those we're going to stick some 2x2 modified with 2 studs. These are going to go on top right the way across that we've just added. Like this. Then we're going to add some white tiles now to cover the edge of the wall. So we've got a couple of 1x8s, got a couple of these sloped pieces. We have 2 1x2s with clips on, and 4 1x2 white tiles, really sloped ones actually. So we get one slope going down this side, one this end, and then one this end. Then we have a 1x2 tile, 1x2 tile this side, 1x8 goes all the way across here and there, 1x2, 1x2 there, and then our 1x2s with clips go in the middle there like that. Then we're going to build up the chimney here. So for the chimney we get a 2x2, we're going to stick a masonry brick 1x2 with the bricks facing outwards there. Add more masonry bricks, 3 of them, all with the masonry facade facing outwards. Then it's a 2x4 medium nugget brick on top. Then we just repeat what we just did with the masonry bricks. Get some detail. And then to finish this off we get a double jumper tile, 2x4, and onto that we're going to stick 2 silver lampshade type pieces, which I don't know what the technical word is. That's our sort of chimney there, and then we can add this on top there for the pizza oven chimney. Now for the greenhouse, so just stick this to the side. For our greenhouse we get a 1x6 reddish brown brick. Onto that we're going to stick a 1x4 brick studs on the side, and each end we'll stick a 1x1 with studs on the side. Then we'll stick a 1x2 tile in the middle, flip it on its side, and we're going to stick some upward facing black brackets all across the bottom. Just like that. Then we'll add a 1x4 plate into the bottom and 2 corner plates in the bottom as well, so it sticks out a bit further. Then with that done we get a 1x2 brick. We'll stick 2 of the 1x1 and the 3rd bricks together, stick another 1x2 on top. This sticks on one side with a slope brick. We then repeat for the other side, but with the slope facing the other way. So we have something like this. Then we're going to add some windows. So we've got 3 of these small windows. Stick 3 inserts in. They'll go on these black brackets that we've placed already. And then on top of those we've got a big archway there, goes into the middle. So the end of the greenhouse looks like this. Then we can add some sort of flowers in here. So we have a large green shoot that goes in here on this stud. We're going to build a tomato plant with these candle pieces with extra bits stuck on, which are new, I think. They are for me anyway. 3 of these get stuck together. This will be quite handy in the future, I think, for other things. Then we've got some red balls, which I guess are going to be tomatoes, which we have a shortage in the UK of at the moment. And then at the top, just rotate this around like this, and at the top we're going to stick a leaf or shoot coming out the top, so it looks like the tomato plant is growing. We can then stick this into the middle as a tomato plant growing inside, which is quite cool. We're also going to stick some carrots in now, so we've got a carrot piece, stick a shoot into that. We're going to grow the carrot next door to the tomato, where we also stick another shoot, so maybe a carrot is further in the ground on this side. And we've got some olive coloured other plants growing over this side of the greenhouse. That's how the greenhouse is looking there. There's a note here that says the pizza chef grows his own tomatoes and several herbs for his pizza. The carrots, however, is reserved for the magician's rabbit. So it's good to see they've included the rabbit in this as well. In the next bit we're going to do some more glass area. So we start with this hinge, and we're going to get one of these door frames or windows, insert the glass, get 2 of these. Of course I use these for telephone booths, and then we stick these on the hinge by 2 studs like this, and then on top we're going to stick another hinge to secure them together. We'll stick a 1x2 black plate down this end, and then we get 2 1x2 plates with a clip this end, and they go on there like this. And to cover them off a little bit to hide the studs, we stick some 1x4 tiles on there, one there, and then a 1x2 to cover up this area here. Bring back in what we've got here, and then using the 2 studs here, we're going to stick that in the bottom there like that, so you can see. And there's the roof of one side. So now we're going to do the other side. Same thing with these glass inserts inside the frames. Start with the hinges. Stick these 2 together, and we stick 1x2 there, another hinge on top to connect a piece of glass, and then again a couple of 1x2 clips down this side. And our tiles, smooth out the studs. Goes on this side. And with that there, where we've got these clips at the front, we're going to put these 2 black rods in either side of the doorway, and we angle this in for the roof, something like that. And that's our greenhouse. So if we bring back in our roof, then we can push these into these 2 white hinges that we've got at the back. So there's our greenhouse at the top. You can see the tomatoes growing and the carrots for the magician's rabbits. And that's almost it. Just to finish off at the front here, we need a couple of these curved white bricks. And we also stick a handlebar piece in upward facing just to finish off the look of the roof. So with that done, it's quite simple. Go back to the wide camera. Now we can just put the greenhouse on the top there. So it's kind of, pick this up. You can see a bit better. The greenhouse there on top of the roof. One of our squirrel's nest at the top of the hole. Now we've just got a few accessories to add to the front. So go to the main. We need to make a table for people to eat at the restaurant. So we've got these 2x2 round plates and these red seats. We're also going to make a table, so we've got one of these table pieces, 4x4 round brick, stick the antenna in the middle, classic umbrella piece then on top. There's our table for our pizzas to be at. That's going to go at the front, so if we move these musicians out the way, it's going to go at the front here, so our table can go on this black piece here. Can be al fresco dining for COVID times, and then of course we've got the classic lamppost, which is the clear minifigure lamppost stem and a white dish. And as always, that finishes us off, and that's going to go on this 2x2 black piece here, and that is the jazz club complete. So let's just go to the, you can kind of see how this ends up. Let's have the pizza delivery go out the front as well. Then we've got to stick the magician inside as well. But now we've got the table there, we've got the lamp post, of course, classic jazz sign, all the roof done, all the different tailors in there, pizzerias in there, got the dressing room in there, manager's office in there, squirrel at the top, and the greenhouse. And that's the end of that. We'll just bring it up a bit closer. Probably drop it now and it'll go right. That's kind of how it looks at the end of our stream. So if you enjoyed the stream, of course, hit that like button. And I'll just go to the main camera just to show you a better look. So here we go. This is the jazz club as we finished today. And the pizza guy hasn't fallen off yet, which is cool. You can see the nice greenhouse at the top, which looks pretty good, and those new elements for the tomato plant, which are a nice surprise. Probably can be used for other things as well in the future. Of course, we've got the squirrel's hole. You can just see the squirrel at the top of the roof on this side as well, which is a nice little touch. And of course, as you go round, we do it without dropping it, so I'll just rotate it round. At the back, we do have a little wood place there, storage place. Got a little balcony as well, and you can see the windows at the back of the building as well. Of course, the sides are just nice and plain. And we'll be able to add this into Bricktown now. So my view is I'll probably add this into the street, into the middle section of Bricktown, which we haven't built yet, and that'll probably go next to the Queen Victoria pub opposite the boutique hotel, of which there will be a New Year's parade going down that street as well, so you can check that out in future weekly video that I'll be doing. If you've not subscribed, then subscribe to the button, subscribe to the channel even by hitting the button, and be notified around when this is going to be put back into Bricktown soon. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do hit that like button. You can join me next Sunday at 2 PM Greenwich Mean Time, as I said, and we'll be building the Lego architecture set for the Lego campus in Billund, which is the new building that was opened back in September. It is an exclusive set that's only given to staff, so I've got the instruction manual and all the parts, hopefully, because I've linked the parts out, and you can join me next week to see that being built, and we should do that in one stream. As always, there's a poll on the channel for members of the channel that are up to the power up level to be able to vote on what we stream next. We do have the Ferrari Daytona Technic set, we've got the A-frame cabin set as well, We've got some Speed Champion sets to build and a few of the older sets. I'll also be doing, after this pole, there'll be another pole which has the lighthouse, which I recently brought in as well, and we can see what we're going to be streaming next. So whatever you're really doing for the rest of your Sunday and weekend, enjoy yourself. Join me the same time next week for the Lego campus, and until then, stay safe and I'll see you next week.